Hello, this is Chris Nielsen with another episode of Breaking Up with Fear. I'm excited to be here with the mind power lady, Dr. Angela Wilson, and she's going to share a story about how she broke up with a fear. Why don't you introduce yourself and then maybe jump into the story if you want?
Okay, hi everyone. I'm from Brisbane, Australia. I have a lot of title. Yeah, and you can find my title from the website. And what I want to focus today is give you the value about how I break the fear. If you already know, everyone on earth is talking about fear. People can spend the whole life journeying on transformation. Break one fear, then another come, then break again, break again. It's like a constant lifetime work. So today you will feel different because I will teach you how you can break fear instantly by transcendence, not transformation. Because
By what is
transformation,
again? Say that again. By
transcendence, by transcendence.
by
You,
transcendence.
yeah,
I
you
like
can
this.
transcend, but not
Okay.
transformation.
Okay.
Transformation is like you work along your life journey, try to fix things out, but at the time when at the end of your life stage, you haven't fixed things out because you're still working. Transcendence means I need to fix now, then my life from now on is completely different. It's like a different way how you use your mind, use your body. I call it a mind matrix. Matrix means system. Mind matrix is a system controlled by mind. But by which mind? There are three level of mind, consciousness, like we learn knowledge, yeah, rational mind. Second one is emotional mind, is subconscious mind. The other one is unconscious mind, and most professionals all confuse all these two: subconscious mind, unconscious mind. Why? Sigmund Freud said the unconscious mind is largely inaccessible. If you Google it, you will find the iceberg talking, it's like a metaphor talking about how mind works. You can
Yeah.
see the percentage of the unconscious mind actually is around 80%. So you can imagine if we work so hard try to break the fear, but we are not able to tap into the 80% of unconscious mind, no wonder why we suffer. No wonder why Stephen Jobs, all these billionaires at the end have a tragic misery ending. It shouldn't be like this. If you transcend, you don't facing that issue. But if you transformation, take a transformation step, work along life journey means you have a lot of a loophole inside your mindset which connect the different parts of body that's tracking you to the wrong direction. That's it. How I did it.
I look
I
forward to hearing this. I'm
yeah,
ready to transcend.
okay, and don't cry. Don't
Okay.
cry for me, okay? Oh, don't cry. I was born unwanted. So at the time when I was born, my mom tried to drown me. And she's a doctor. My the both parents are doctor. They really high achievers. But at the time she wanted to drown me, you know what I did? I, infant, little baby, I cried to draw her sympathy. That's another story how I did it. Okay, how you can have a little baby come out, you can read the adult's mind, and you cry to trap her sympathy, so you survive. And that's actually in my website offer, Path to Liberty. You can find that. So along my life journey, as a toddler, I was abused physically, emotionally, mentally every day. And I was the only child in the family forced to follow my doctor parents to visit, you know, the word where the patients, are diagnosed because nobody take care of me at home. So we reside in residential building inside the hospital. So you know what happens? Every day I saw premature baby die, and the adults, the elderly die. And I see the poor, the vulnerable die. I see the rich, the powerful die. No difference. As a little toddler, I look at this, I was thinking, oh my God, what will happen to me? When I will die, I don't want to die. But then your parents, they abuse you, you're the better to die. They tell you every day. So I was living in the fear. I can feel the cell in my body is like anxiety. You just feel, you don't know. Even you walk, you hear their voice. Could they call your name or any sound that make you think you were going to die? That was the situation I was. But nobody can see my body was shaking. But I can sense my cells, my organ was moving. Yeah, inside my body, I can sense that. And then what happens when I was age 6? One day, my father took out a very carefully protected, covered notebook. We didn't know why he did it. He just said, come. We all 5 kids will come over. We thought we maybe get a candy. But you know what happened? He started to read our destiny. I don't remember what about me, but I can remember they didn't like it. But one of my sister was told she will have a miserable life after 40. Everyone look at her. You say, oh, you better luck. I'm okay. But then I saw her face. Her face is like a vulnerable, helpless. It's like, okay, I will be miserable. So what I can do? I hate it. Can you imagine how could possible a 6 years old kid can hate her facial explanation and how she responds? It doesn't make sense. That's
So
all
you
come.
hated your sister's facial expression, how she reacted?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I saw that. I can read it. But how could possible a 6 years old can have the what a response can understand her feeling as an adult? Because I actually working on my unconscious mind. I can basically when I was born, my memory in unconscious mind all is brought over. I remember everything. That's what's happening. So what happens with her, I hate it. Then I look at my father. I said, how to change it? My father looked at me like I'm an alien. What are you talking about? Nobody can change destiny. I came, China is the country of my birth. Australia is the country of my choice. And there, that culture is like eating size. All this is checking your destiny. Yeah, my whole life, my parents actually always find a psychic and tracking me, my future. But they all wrong. Why? Because I transcend. So at the time when my father looked at me, stared at me like, "What are you talking about? Nobody can change that." And then I was thinking, I don't know what will happen in my future. I didn't understand the words they call talking about. Yeah, because too young. Yeah, but I know one thing: I am abused every day, physically, emotionally, mentally, and I am the slave in the family, doing all the housework, carry the water, and follow the parents for their duty. I go to eat a night shift with mom every time. As a 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, in the infectious disease department, I was the one doing that. So I was thinking, when my whole life will be like this, that's a hell. you know so I said, no, I don't allow anyone take over my destiny, take control of me.
What age was that?
6.
6 years old, you decided this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but remember, in my childhood I was not favored. I was abused. I never have had a playground like other kids. Yeah, play with mud toys. I never have toys, never have candy, never have this. So I never have the childhood like other people. But the lucky thing is I have the childhood as an adult. I saw most adults don't see. Most adults only fear of death at the time when they're going to die. Yeah. Otherwise, they don't want talking about death. But
Right.
as a toddler, I was facing the threat of death every day. Now you can see because coronavirus, people all worry about death. Now I don't worry because I transcend. I can even die. I don't care if a bomb here comes. I die now. I'm happy. Why? Because I transcend. I know where I'm going. I can control the process. That's it. Because I practiced this, because I had so much fear. The real fear people talk about, every time people say, we break fear, but what we break through, the fear is the surface. It's not the real fear. Real fear is what you don't know where it come from. And that's actually come from the unconscious mind you cannot access. The unconscious mind is actually part of the universal system. We are in the ecosystem. Most humans think, oh, okay, we need to like have the power and we can beyond to limits. Yes, only in the condition if you can access the other 80% of your mind, then you are fully. In order to do that, you have to go through the process to transcend. So what happens in the ecosystem is constantly there 24 hours is coding. We are part of the universe. There are different level of energy. They all affect our body and mind. So when we think the mind is our mind, actually is not our mind. How we think is not how we think. I really suggest everyone read the book. Actually, you can get all the downloading version. Yeah, on my website, I have a course about this. I read through page by page. Most successful people read this book, like Stephen Jobs, but they still cannot have the solution. I read page by page. But what I teach is transcend. Actually, is definitely can help you break through what you have a fear here, but go beyond that. Because if you just okay, put like this, if you buy in the fear what he's talking about, you actually get into another trap.
So if you
It's
buy in
not
the fear, you get into a trap.
that's right, because in the book talking about many things, even it didn't use the words what we use like a conspiracy, yeah, but the conspiracy is also another trap.
So how about for you? So when did you transcend fear? Was it at 6 or when did you transcend?
Yeah, put like this. At the time when I was born, since I was born, I was working on that every day. Because you see, nobody take care of me, nobody put me under their wing. I have to rely on myself. But who is myself? Who is me? The arm, the head, the flesh. But who is me? So I need to find out who is me to save my life. Does that make sense?
Yes. And so
Yeah.
at 6, you were under this incredible pressure. You were in the hospital seeing death on a regular basis. And you
Yes.
looked at yourself, how do I transcend this? So tell us how you did it or how you might help someone else do
Okay,
it.
what I work on is every day at night, nobody abuse me and everyone is snoring. So I actually start use my mind eye actually looking into my body. So I didn't know, actually I was in the process actually connecting the eye and conscious mind already. I didn't know that. Yeah, until I later on, I asked myself why so many people learn so many skill I learned too, why they still suffer, why I didn't. Then I looking back my childhood, oh, because actually I tap my mind with my whole body. My body is changed to like a sensor, trained as a sensor, is accurate. So whatever happening outside or my emotion, I can sense the vibration, even the energy moving inside my vessels, inside my cell. So when I was 6, when on that day, that made me to make a really diligent decision. I said I will have to work very hard because I'm not sure if I'm going to die tomorrow. I also made a promise I will help my sister. That sister, I will make sure she will never have a miserable life. You know what happens? I
What?
cannot. I decide to give up. You know why? Because I recognize she attract that because she doesn't want to make any effort. So if you want to get rid of fear, you need to do one thing. You have to have the mindset as a warrior. It's not a warrior. I have a domination mind. I can be tough, ruthless in my business and sharp. No, that will kill you. Why? Because that energy is also a trap, is a trap. You can see so many success people. They also you need to run business ruthlessly. Yeah, you need to have a mindset that's really sharp and ruthlessly. That's a trap. That's exactly a trap, and people don't know.
Yeah, I can see those traps. So let me get clear on this too. So it sounds like you had committed, even at a young age, to helping your sister not be miserable, but you had to let that go because you could see that she was stuck in that misery and that you couldn't pull her out.
Yeah, I share with you. Misery comes from the mind.
Yeah.
But then, in order to work out the misery, you have to do one thing. You need to commit it to work on it. I can easily take her misery out, but point is, she doesn't want to take any responsibility. So what happens? I can save her body, yeah, let her not abuse it, do luxury, decent life. But point is, she will not learn a lesson. We call it normally people call it the soul lesson. She will not learn, which means after this life, she will suffer again. So I was in the hard decision, should I just cover her whole life? Yeah. Which she should take a responsibility. If she take a responsibility, she could do it. Because I always try to train her, she ignore it. Then I recognize if I do this, then people around her, all try to take advantage of me as a package. So I decide to give up. And then I detach from like, oh, I see your sister suffer because she chooses it. She don't need to. But you can see her childhood. Her childhood is avoid responsibility. She is older than me. Yeah, but she pretend I'm sick. I was, I'm sick. I'm vulnerable. I cannot, carry the water. I was the only kid do this. Yeah, it's your mind if you want to be a real warrior. Yeah. So when I was 6, I decided I have to work very hard. Point is, when you work very hard on your body and mind, there are in the formula there are 9 angles. Do you want me to share the secret here?
Sure. Well, let me say it this way: if you want to, if
Okay,
it's
I'll share with you.
okay.
Secret 9 points. One, you need to understand what is in your sub or conscious mind. And then you need to connect your conscious mind with what? With your whole life journey. That's what people missed. People think, okay, I do a business, I think my mindset, but they never put the mindset in the whole life journey. Your mindset fits now, but doesn't fit after 5 years, 10 years, right? It's like you build a house. You want to make sure the foundation is right and all material you use actually fits the foundation. If you want the house be strong, can against the earthquake, yeah, you want to make sure every material, everything should fit to against the earthquake. That make sense? But
Yes.
when people building up their life journey, they never put the whole life journey from birth to death
So
in
they
mind.
never look at, and let me see if I get it right. They never look at the foundation they're created. They never look at even what their mindset is built on. They're not looking at this foundation.
Yeah, yes, they only look at the temporary. So what the mindset is, you need to think what you are doing now, today, every day, if connected with next 60 years. Then you need to working on your subconscious mind connected with that angle. Then you need to connect with the unconscious mind. Point is, with the formula, you don't need to worry the unconscious mind because it's largely inaccessible, especially if you already missed the childhood. Yeah. And some kids, they didn't miss the childhood. You know what happens? They caught up with autism. Autism child because the connection with the unconscious mind. And but didn't actually align in a good way, in a positive way. Yeah. So in the formula is you don't need to worry about the unconscious mind. Of course, in the dream you can pick up something. Yeah. But once you're working all these 9 angle together, what happens? Your unconscious mind will force to push the open. But the open in like a flip over is a bliss. It's not the unconscious mind. People think it's a fear, it's a manipulative, it's a human ego. No, that's a trap. That's actually is a deep level of subconscious mind. I go through this, I survived, and I knew it. So when you're working on your body, because when you're working with your body, how you take care of your health, physical health, you also want to make sure the prompt you take care of your health also cover the rest of your life.
Well, obviously, when you take care of your body, it's easier to be more energetic, more easier to take care of your mind as well. So, what would you recommend, or what would you say? If someone has all these fears and things, or they're making their life miserable, they're falling into all these traps you're talking about. What should they do to avoid that, or how should they reach out to you and connect with you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I don't have enough time to talk in the detail, but on this website, and you can find all the answer there. And because if they see this video and my talking here on your show, and if they put, once they sign up, they send me a message in the email. Yeah, because they were going to see my email, they send a message saying, with Chris, yeah, and you, and the peace talk package, I will give them another package free. It's
So
well,
so if they
yeah,
send you an email, you will send them the Peace Talk package.
it's well automatic add in their membership portal.
Okay. Okay. Great. And anything else you'd like to share before we wrap this up? Thank you for sharing that. And so for you, let me just ask you this first before that. You feel like you've transcended this fear for yourself, and you can now help other people do it as well. Is that right?
I transcend every day. And even now, I transcend another level. We are connected. Put like when you transcend, you are connected with the universal in energy. You can actually shape the way how you want to be, how you
Hmm.
tap into. There is no form, no limit at all.
So no
So this,
limit. So yeah. So how do
no
they read?
limit.
How would someone connect with you? Obviously,
Yeah, when
pathway
they
path to
sign up,
liberty.
yeah, when they sign up, and they will see my detail, even my mobile number in the membership portal.
And is it path to liberty or liberty?
Path to liberty. Oh, sorry, I missed the words. Yeah, yeah, my IT missed the words. It's path-to-liberty.com.
Okay,
Liberty.
great.
Liberty. Yes, thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love for people to connect with you that resonate with this. Anything else you'd like to share before we wrap this up?
Because this is now coronavirus season, yeah? And
Hmm.
I would like to share one message. Let's spread love, because love is also energy, yeah, and also is a good way to transcend, which I actually also put in the package already. So let's spread the love and make it more contagious over coronavirus.
That's a beautiful thought. And yeah, I'm all for spreading love. Let's spread the love because it is contagious. Positivity is contagious. And I love when you say transcend. How can we transcend some of these limitations and fears we put on ourselves and actually live a life? And I also love that you set up the how to secure the next 60 years effortlessly. So thank you, Dr. Angela Wilson. Thank you for being here, and look forward actually to connecting with you again sometime.
You're welcome, and I love you all, everyone, and wish you all the best and be safe.